Hier starten wir mit Zeit.
Hey,
Anywho.
oh, ha, habba-doo-ba-doo. Welcome back to another episode of Regrettable Reviews. I am Regrettably Arthur, and this is Big Dumb Chris. By the way, I've been calling you guys that for like a long time.
That's fine. I put it in the description.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's just like, I give everybody like a show name, you know? So yeah, we're doing The Invisible Man from 2020. This was my first time seeing it. I watched it 1 2/3 times today.
Okay.
Because I watched it while I was doing some work, and then I watched it when I got home with my wife up to a certain point.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed that because there were things I caught on the second watch through.
Yeah. The biggest one for me was, I saw this when it first came out, and I remember being I'll jump ahead a little bit here, but like the ending being like, how the fuck did she turn invisible?
Oh, but they definitely set that up.
Yeah, she hides the suit when she goes to the house.
Yep.
Yeah. But I was thinking about that, like, wouldn't you be tearing the fucking house apart looking for that suit?
The missing suit, yeah.
Yeah, even if if it's you and your brother, like, there's multiple suits, but like one was clearly there that is now missing, and neither of us took it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You have to know she did something with it, you know? Yeah, I feel like that would have been a prime objective.
Yeah.
Would be find that suit. Because at that point, she's still not being believed by anyone. In fact, shortly after that, she goes to jail and everything. Well,
for murdering her sister.
Right. So you have all the time in the world to do that instead of harassing her in jail. Or one of you harass her in the psych ward and the other one go tear apart the house looking for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess maybe because it all happened so fast after that, he doesn't have time?
Maybe.
He doesn't even know it's missing. He never goes in the basement and sees that.
But there's definitely some time between like when he is found under the house and like when she comes to dinner.
The timing of that thunder in this opening scene here is nice.
Very cinematic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
It's all kind of weird. My first complaint about this movie is going to be, this is another movie that thinks that to be a dark and broody movie, it needs to be visually dark and hard to see. Now your screen is a little brighter than the 2 times I watched it today.
Yeah, I do set my screens a little bit brighter than normal because of that shit. Like, yeah.
It's fucking brutal trying to watch this movie. It's just gray.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like little hints early on about some stuff that you miss on the first watch through. But you don't even get anything that's even remotely an Invisible Man or sci-fi until maybe 35-40 minutes in a 2-hour movie.
It really is like a tale of domestic abuse.
Yeah.
With like a sci-fi like Susan thrown at it.
An incredible psychological thriller.
Yeah.
That instead of just her being stalked and a guy sneaking around doing this stuff to her, he happens to also be able to turn invisible.
And like there's also a metaphor there, like where like dude and stuff. I'm trying not to do that. But like, oh, fuck. She is not being believed.
Right.
The whole movie. And basically I think it's a play on like women who are in this situation, like domestic abuse, not being believed.
Oh, I totally get that.
Yeah.
I really like what they did with that. They definitely like ramped up to 11 the believe women.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Which 2020, coming right off of the end of the Me Too movement.
Yeah. Or it was like right in the kind of
middling of it, I guess.
Yeah.
So, even today we still have ramifications coming up that are new, but I'm just saying, the heart of the bulk of it.
Yeah, the initial like big splash.
So it's really good to have a movie that sort of empowers that ideology. Like, hey, maybe we should believe, believe, trust but verify.
Yeah.
As opposed to distrust.
Oh, she's just being hysterical.
Yeah, right. Nobody would go to those lengths. Actually, I've met some pretty creepy dudes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they would. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I put this in our description. what better way to, really dig into a tale of like female empowerment and domestic abuse survival than with two regular ass dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got this. Dude's obsessed. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Weirdly, although they kind of touch on that later on, Tom says to her, he needs you because you don't need him. His obsession with her is the fact that she's not obsessed with him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what you're. I kind of like didn't even pick up on that when I was watching it today because I was kind of half watching it.
Well, the first time I saw it, that was the thing he said that really stuck in my mind: is he needs you because you don't need him.
Yeah, and like that's where she says to him like, just forget who I am. Like I'm nobody.
She talks about that. Yeah, she goes, I'm just a nobody from a suburban nowhere.
Yeah.
Why am I so special? You're not. But you also don't think he is. And that's what makes you special. They barely touch on the fact that how he comes up with the invisibility suit. They don't mention it. It's just in the death article that her sister brings her. It says that he's the CEO and founder of some tech company that's big in optics. And then, yes, I know.
You're
Doc,
okay,
there's
pal.
thunder.
You're okay.
Yes. Uh-huh. He did not. Anyway, I'm trying to pretend Donna has some.
Buddy, go see mommy. Go see mommy. Nope.
Donna,
Yeah.
stop having thoughts.
Come on, you want to go inside?
Stop having so many thoughts. I'll pet you if you stop barking.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't remember. They touch on like he's the CEO, and then later on when she goes with James to visit Tom, and she's like, he's a genius. He could have figured it out, like some kind of suit to turn him invisible. That's a fucking jump, first of all, just because he's a leader in optics. That's a big jump.
Yeah. Like, okay, like you can make like holograms and shit. Cool.
That I would have believed more.
Yeah, going to invisibility is a completely different step.
This same movie where he's using holograms to gaslight her, much more realistic.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to dig on, the sci-fi aspect of it, but it was also unnecessary because, like we said, it could have just been a normal guy skulking around. Here's the other thing that they never touch on. Why does the suit give him super strength?
That's true, yeah.
He picks her up with one hand and holds her up.
Yeah.
Now, assuming she weighs 100 pounds, which I believe Elizabeth Moss weighs more than. Elizabeth Moss?
Look, I'm not trying to judge, but yeah.
But I'm just saying,
she's a stout gal.
100 pounds.
Yeah.
Just to be nice.
Yeah.
He's lifting her up with one arm above, and he's not super tall, so he's doing the Darth Vader. Now with Darth Vader, he is a Force user with robot arms.
He's also 7 feet tall.
He's also 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
So that's like, not crazy. When you see that with a monster, it's a monster. This is a man in a suit. How? And then he throws her across the room, like straight throws her across the room. How?
Yeah.
And yet later, when she's got the suit on, she can barely struggle with him to get him to cut his own throat. So the suit isn't the strength.
Maybe see what I was thinking when she's killing him is how is she strong enough to overpower him?
There is a strength aspect to it.
Yeah, well now that would make sense if there is a strength aspect to it.
But it's so much for him and so little for her, just enough for her to overpower a normal man.
Well, yeah. I don't want to make any kind of a judgment or assumption there. But like let's just assume she is, physically not as imposing as him. Yeah. So maybe it's augmenting her to this point where she would be able to overcome him,
right?
Normally.
I guess. So if it was like a 1.5 times thing, and he is just naturally stronger than her.
Yeah.
In the story, then I guess. But it's weird because it's not really touched upon. Also, wouldn't a suit like that with very carefully placed cameras and everything have to be tailored to you?
Yeah.
Because like if it's made for a 6 foot tall man,
you can't have any wrinkles or anything,
right? Because like the camera would be pointing in a funny direction.
This is a fucking cop out, but it is his brother is the other one using it.
No, it's her when she wears it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'll take the brothers. I'll let.
And also, she theoretically has no idea how to use it.
Right? How does she know how to? She figured out how to turn it off earlier. How does she know how to turn it back on?
Yeah.
Do you have to plug it back into the machine to turn it on and off?
Yeah. Does it need to be charged? How long has it been sitting in that drawer? Yeah.
Because they never touch on charging on.
Yeah. Yep.
On off. What are you doing? You're just all over.
I didn't even notice that. Go down.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's like a good day. It's just there.
Sorry,
Donnie.
that was my bad.
Kirby joke pissed him off.
Yeah, my foot grazed you. I'm sorry, buddy.
I definitely have gripes, but they're mostly, very nitpicky gripes. The sci-fi aspect of it is very limited. It's just a suit that turns you invisible with cameras. And again, my gripe with that is it's very lazy.
Yeah.
I would much rather.
I know that is like
else.
real world tech. I know it's something like they've been working on. Probably they have it in the military for all we know.
Well, they have stationary versions of it where you can they have like body shield versions where it's like a panel.
Yeah.
You hold it in front of you and it kind of works because it's sitting still.
Yeah. Yeah, you can move around in it. Yeah.
Right. In this, he's completely invisible even in motion. Not even Predator style.
Yeah.
At least with like that active camo blur that you get in a lot of sci-fi, that makes sense because the cameras are trying to adjust and they can't.
And like you'd think there would be some kind of latency too in the image like production.
Well, the other thing is she dumps the can of paint on him, right? And he's able to wash it off in half of a second in the sink, which what kind of paint was that? Water?
Yeah, even if he does wash it off, there's still gonna be like white
water.
Yeah.
What about the water? Why can't we see the water dripping off of him?
Yeah.
They go into a scene in the rain, and I said to myself, "Oh, this is gonna be so cool because we're gonna see the rain dripping. That's how she's gonna find him, is the rain dripping off of him." No,
he just has like a couple of drops on him. Like
you don't ever see the fucking rain running off of him. Why is it even raining then? What is the point of that scene?
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, how does he wake up out of a daze, figure out that she's gone, that she's not in the house anywhere, figure out that she left the house through the garage, jumped over the wall through the woods, ran out to the road,
and she went down the road a little bit too. So
Yeah.
like now he'd have to like figure out she went down the road because she turned off all the cameras.
and
So
he
it's
has
not like
shoes on too in that scene. So that implies he took the time, like, well, fuck, where are my sneakers? Like,
I'm much more athletic than her. He's
Yeah.
thinking, I've got time to catch up to her.
probably did some stretches.
Yeah. Well, so I think my theory is that when she checks the water, you notice she shakes his water and there's still a lot of diazepam crushed up in the bottom and stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't drink much of it.
Yeah, probably.
He probably had a sip before bed, and then that barely did anything to him, just enough for her to get out of the bed. And that's actually why she's being so careful, because if he had taken a bunch of the diazepam, he'd have been out like a light.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't have worried about kicking the dog food bowl or anything like that. But she is worried because she knows he's barely asleep. And then she sets off the car alarm, trying to take nobody's car alarm is that sensitive.
Yeah, the dog's ass
butt
bumps into it.
You know how hard it actually is to set off a car alarm?
Do you have to like move the handle at least or something? Like
You could do it with the handle, but like to like bump into a car and cause the alarm to go off,
yeah,
it has to shift significantly.
yeah.
Like you'd have to get on the bumper, like push it up and down and have it bouncing, and then it would probably go off. Because it's designed to recognize the fact that it's either a door's been opened without being unlocked properly, or it's in motion without being turned on and unlocked properly.
Yeah.
It's not designed for a strong wind to set it off, which is what would have happened with that.
There are things this movie does well. I would say overall, I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's my job to nitpick.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There are things it does well that I think would like fucking really bug me in the hands of a lesser filmmaker. Not that I'm too like chuffed up on Lee Wan-el. He's all right, but like
I'd love to see some of his other work. I don't know.
I think he made that Boogeyman movie like way back, which was not great. Anyway, he's able to fucking make nothing scary, like legitimately scary.
Yeah, this was actually intense at times.
Yeah, just of a scene of like panning to the corner of a room where he may or may not be. Like fucking.
I mean, yeah, they made it unsettling to look at the corner of an interrogation room. There's stuff I picked up on which is so subtle on the second watch through, like when she's making breakfast.
Yeah.
Do you notice that it doesn't just light on fire? You actually can see when he turns the flame.
Flame goes up, yeah.
And then after he does that, the knife wiggles and comes off the counter slowly.
Oh, all right.
He takes the knife at that scene.
Okay.
But like you're so focused because you're watching, and then the flames go up if you notice that, and then the smoke is happening,
Oh,
and then he takes the knife.
The knife he kills her sister with.
Yep, he
That
takes it
explains where that knife comes from. Okay.
and put it up in the attic because he knew he would use it eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, he's nothing if not a good planner.
Yeah.
You know, for instance, he faked his death to get the sister to come over here. She only comes over to show her that he died.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it's just some random news article.
Yeah, if he's this like billionaire fucking genius inventor, like wouldn't it be like
One
a
news
significant
article?
news story?
If Elon Musk, hated as he is, died tomorrow, it'd be every fucking way.
Well, there'd be parties. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this guy's probably that evil too. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like people know he's a shithead. But yeah, so he only knows her address to send the will and testament like reading thing to because of the sister.
Huh.
That's why that doesn't show up till after she shows up.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
That
so
makes
again, the
sense.
sister does fuck it all up.
Yeah.
Cecilia is correct this whole time. Like, you shouldn't be here. No, she fucking shouldn't. She could have called you with this information.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. This all could have been done over an email, like a phone call.
Because she never believed her how bad it was. They have to
Yeah.
ask her later on how bad it was.
All right.
And she's like, oh, well, you know, first he started by controlling what we would have to eat. Then it was what I would say and when I could leave the house. Then this. Then he wanted to have a child.
Optics groundbreaker.
Yeah. Because you're the best in the field of optics, you can make an invisibility suit. Sure.
Yeah.
That's a realistic jump. Again, holograms would have made more sense for this story. I know it's the Invisible Man, don't get me wrong. But this exact story where he's instead using holograms to trick her into thinking something's happening that's not happening.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah, it is a way better story, I think.
I do like getting the Invisible Man, but this doesn't even feel like an H.G. Wells Invisible Man. Really.
Yeah, because it doesn't feel like mad. Well, I mean, it does feel mad sciencey. He is a mad scientist, technically.
But like not in the same way.
Yeah, exactly. He's a douchebag scientist,
just-
basically.
It is all about one woman. This movie's not about the Invisible Man. This movie's about her. In fact, she ends the movie with a suit.
Yeah. I know they were supposed to be making the Invisible Woman. I don't know if there's.
Well, they set that up. Yeah. But this movie's barely about him. It's about her surviving him.
I was thinking that too. Like the guy who plays her boyfriend or husband or whatever, he really like gets the credit for being the villain of the movie. He's in like 30 seconds of the movie.
He's in like the first little bit when he's
Yeah.
sleeping,
And then the dinner at the end.
the dinner at the end.
And when he gets found for like 2 seconds.
Oh,
they
yeah.
Show him.
He's got like 2 minutes screen time.
Yeah.
Oh, and when he punches through the window, which does kind of establish he's pretty strong. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe we're back on track with this. It does have slight strength amplification.
Or maybe just fucking Elizabeth Moss like use the power of Xenu to fucking slice his throat at the dinner.
Or I'm talking about him lifting her still.
Yeah. She's like a hardcore Scientologist.
Oh God.
Yeah, like super like hardcore Scientologist.
Well, I mean, she chose her fate: Handmaid's Tale or Scientology. And Scientology was, safer.
Same thing with aliens, basically. It's
Yeah.
it's Tale with aliens.
No, they have slightly more autonomy. Well, let me rephrase that. The women and the men are equally unautonomous in that,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
opposed to in The Handmaid's Tale, where it's men control everything.
Donner. Enough, buddy.
You never know. Maybe she's senior leadership and she could be autonomous.
Yeah.
She's up there with like Tom Cruise and
The dude's wife who hasn't been seen in like 20 years.
oh my god. Conspiracies abound, man.
Yikes.
Uh,
Also, I just saw that fucking light fixture at home. Not Home Depot, because I wouldn't shop there. Fucking MAGA
fuck
ass
those,
hats.
fuck
At
those.
Lowe's. I was like literally the day before I watched this. Like,
That's funny.
yeah. Like, son of a bitch. I just saw that at Lowe's.
Yeah. So again, I don't want to be a dick to the movie because it's actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it is really, really good.
Watching it with the intent of rating it as a sci-fi movie, it loses out a lot because it doesn't even really care about sci-fi.
Yeah, it is just like I said. It's an afterthought.
Great thriller.
Yeah.
Great thriller. I think this is an awesome movie. It just was a bad pick for me. I picked bad.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have gone way more into the mad science of it.
Well, this is a 2-hour movie. They spend 40 minutes just building up to even seeing that there's an invisible person stuff. So if they instead focused more on their relationship and how bad it is beforehand, and her seeing some of this stuff offhand, build up that story. Show him with like a defense contract and he's under a deadline, and you know, so he's testing this stuff that he shouldn't be testing.
Yeah.
You know,
taking shortcuts
and stuff. And then she finally escapes because he's busy with that instead of the diazepam thing.
Yeah.
You know, like lean into the source material, the invisible man.
Yeah. If you have the rights, like fucking go crazy with it. I'm not saying make a shot for shot remake, you know, modernize it for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if we're ranking Invisible Man movies, it would probably go like the 1949, right? 1949?
30 or
39?
no, 41 maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. The 19 version, then the, what is it? The Memoirs of an Invisible Man with Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Then maybe this.
Yeah. Oh, no. Don't forget Hollow Man.
Oh, Hollow Man's pretty good.
Yeah,
Again, they lean into the science.
Yeah.
And then they show him having
Going
a moral
crazy.
dilemma and going crazy,
Yeah.
both as a side effect and also as a side effect of having no consequence.
I would put this, I think, above Hollow Man because that is
I-
kind of cheesy.
I actually agree.
Yeah.
But Hollow Man is on the list. But yeah, so I would still, same order, just Hollow Man comes after it, fourth.
Yeah. Yeah. I can rubber stamp that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I would rank the Invisible Man movies. Unless there's more that I don't know about.
I was genuinely surprised at how much I liked the original one. Like
It's good.
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. And more sciencey than this.
Yeah. Let's see. What else is there to say? Did I say my show? Fucking.
Well, that's really all I have to say. I love the things that they do use the Invisible Man for that you don't see the first time. They're good. You know, like I said, you see the knife move, you see the flame get turned up, you see, or the clicking, rattling.
She got revenge hard.
Oh, she just made it to the end of the movie. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She said, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy in particular. He wouldn't admit on
he
tape.
killed himself.
Yeah. He wouldn't admit it on tape. So she's just like, well, fuck him then. I'm not living in a world where he's alive, and I'm not killing myself. Up to this point, it's still like a really cute, like she's a recovery movie.
Yeah.
She's still recovering, you know?
Yeah.
But
She's
yeah,
going places. Like, this is going to be great.
which I guess that's good for like the pull the rug out from under you, I guess, standpoint.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, all the little things that you can catch on later, the clicking sound, the weird, almost like predator breathing clicking sounds from the suit. The second time you're watching it in a day, I have subtitles on, so it also says it. But like you really fucking pick up on low clicking sound in the background. You hear it, and you're like, he's there.
Huh. All right. See, that's pretty cool.
But
like all those little connections. Yeah.
Where is he in the room?
I think for sure it was the two.
Absolutely, both of them.
Yeah.
I don't even think his bro was involved in Invisible Manning until later.
He set his brother up, so he might have. The only time he might have done it was at the hospital.
Time.
Yeah, or at
No,
their
not
house.
the hospital.
At the house. Yeah,
because
Adrian was at the hospital.
Had to be at the hospital. Well, wait, because she stabs the guy at the hospital like a bajillion times with the fountain pen.
Yeah,
so it has to be Tom because Adrian doesn't have those wounds.
But is the suit malfunctioning in the house? It's not.
It's not.
So yeah, I think Adrian was the one in the hospital with the malfunctioning suit, and then the brother was the one.
Oh, he even says surprise in the hospital.
Yeah,
that's his whole thing, and it's in his voice too.
Yeah.
Yep. Again, the subtitles say Adrian : surprise. You know. So yes, you're right. It is Adrian at that point.
The ride or die friend supporting her, but he like kind of didn't for the whole movie.
Oh, he's ride or die right up until he thinks she slapped his daughter so hard she flew out of a chair while she was on her knees 6 feet away.
Yeah, yeah.
Which the daughter making the accusation alone
really could, like, she really could have helped her out. Like, just taking a second, like, well, how could you have done that? Like,
I was over here.
Yeah, yeah.
But she is going crazy, and
TJ going for the hydrate.
Oop.
Step
on his foot.
You could go inside where there's all the room you could possibly want.
You don't like that, do you? His eyes. Well, getting him a blindfold.
Yeah, Guantanamo style.
He's like a hawk, If there's nothing to see, there's nothing to hunt.
Yeah, Donner, he didn't go nuts when the dog in this movie barked, but he did perk up. I was like, oh no, buddy, it's just a TV doggo. It's not real. Okay.
Oh, just TV, okay.
Yeah.
Bringing fucking dogs around. Yeah, 2 hours and 4 minutes. So this movie could have done with either trimming or using that time more on the sci-fi and having the Invisible Man be more central character. Not.
This ain't 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Yes, it is. We're half an hour in. There's still an hour and a half left.
I could have sworn it was like an hour and 48.
Yep, that would have been probably prime because they could have cut out a lot of this beginning stuff.
Yeah.
And leaned right into the tense action, not the drama.
Yeah, what does this beginning, drawing out the beginning? Well, establishes a slow burn, but
again, yeah, and she's got this recovery, she's doing better, and then whoosh,
yeah, maybe it makes it more impactful.
But I just think they needed more time with the Invisible Man being involved. I get it; he's doing it to hurt her, but is that what you guys said I was doing?
No, but I wish I thought of that. That's a good one.
Fuckers. All right, why don't we've been blathering on about the pros and cons of this movie. Oh, watch the knife. It's on the counter after she does this part.
Okay, yeah.
Watch it. So she's chopping shit. He says, "Hey, make sure you wake up Sydney."
Whatever her name, yeah.
And so she puts the knife down, not on the cutting board this time, on the counter. And you can watch the flames get higher on the pan. And then instead of watching that, they do it on purpose.
It's a misdirect, yeah.
See, it was actually before.
Yeah, I never noticed that.
He takes it right off the counter.
And there's when the flames go higher.
Yep. I caught that out of the corner of my eye on the second watch. I was just looking at the screen, trying to see if I could see when he's ever on screen, because you can't. I thought they would use the smoke to show an outline of him or something. They never do that. Now, once this movie, other than when the paint is thrown on him.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is terrifying, by the way. The way it looks, it almost looks like an alien head.
Yeah.
Like a xenomorph or some shit.
Kind of, yeah.
Like a robot xenomorph. She's about to put water in a grease fire. This lady sucks.
You dumb bastard.
It's 17-year-old girl's gonna move, please. Yeah. You turd.
How does he get the knife out of there? He's probably gonna have some kind of pocket in the suit.
He's got to, because later on he brings the knife into the restaurant, and they would see a floating knife and go, ooh.
I was also thinking, wouldn't the fucking camera have the restaurant have a camera? Probably not necessarily.
100%.
You would see a knife floating and then slice this girl's throat, and then just be in this, in her hand.
Yeah. So you'd have to be charging her with telekinesis.
Yeah.
Instead
exactly.
of, telekinetic murder.
Apparently no one has cameras in this.
Fuck you. Air Canada pilot. First off, the pilot did nothing wrong.
Oh, man.
Now he's mashed potatoes, so. There's no cameras anywhere in the movie where the Invisible Man is, except later on in the psych ward, because they mention that there's about a dozen witnesses and security cameras that corroborate your story.
Yeah.
But how many guards are going to come by, one or two at a fucking time? Yeah. And then just be like,
also, how many are...
Stay on the ground.
I was trying to, which one of these guys is actually going to remember what happened to them? The only one I could think of was the guy who got shot in the knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's alive and saw it happen.
Yeah.
And somehow survived.
Yeah. He got knocked out, but he saw the weird shit, well enough before he got knocked out.
The guy outside in the rain, too, survived.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because he didn't shoot him for whatever reason. He didn't murder everybody who is now clearly a witness to this, that she's not crazy.
But the one guard, he does. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
For no reason. He
Yeah.
walks away and then shoots him from behind. For no reason.
No, he brought the knife from the kitchen that he took in that earlier scene. Because we wouldn't have a knife like that at the table.
Right.
That's also what I was thinking. Like, that's not a steak knife. That's a kitchen knife.
Right. No, but that way it would have already. See, they didn't even need to put it in her hand because we've established she's held it twice.
Yeah.
When she was cutting vegetables, and then up in the attic, she takes it out of the bag and holds it in her hand again.
Yeah, so it's already got her fingerprints on it.
All he had to do was cut the throat and drop it. He didn't have to put it in her hand. Because that's hard to explain how that happened.
He got knocked down, but he got up again.
He had a whiskey drink.
Yeah.
He had a vodka drink.
Just pissing the night
He had a
away.
diazepam drink.
Yeah.
Pissing the night away.
Oh,
So I guess let's throw some numbers on it. IMDb's got this at a 7.1, and generally speaking, just as like a thriller,
yeah.
I don't think that's far off. I'd say 7.75 is not a bad rating for this.
Yeah.
I would watch this again for sure. I watched it twice today,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't feel bad about that. And there's probably some more stuff I missed that I could watch again.
Diazepam didn't make a second comeback at the end.
Oh,
Didn't make a comeback at the end. Yeah, no, I'm right on par with that. Like, as far as a thriller, like, yeah, 7 all day. As far as a sci-fi movie, though, like
what it does for the genre, like nothing.
Yeah, 'cause
literally
it barely touches the genre.
Like you get the camera system that he has, kind of, and you could maybe be like, oh, maybe that'll inspire someone to do. But we already have that. Like that's somewhat realistic. James Bond did this in Die Another Day, the V12 Vanquish.
Yes.
Aston Martin V12 Vanquish. Does
Yeah.
this exact thing.
The Vanish.
It's described. Yeah.
Yeah.
It disappears because it has cameras all around it that make it show what's behind it.
Yeah.
This is literally just that. And if I'm being honest, that was a better Invisible Car movie than this is an Invisible Man movie.
That's more sci-fi than this.
Right. Because it's James Bond, and so he's got all his gadgets.
He had the invisible touch. He just, could grab right hold of your heart.
Oh my God. Peter Gabriel?
Phil Collins.
Phil
Close.
Collins.
Both in Genesis.
Yeah, that's what my brain
Yeah.
did. I was like, it's not Genesis, it's one of those guys.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, no, solid 7, I think, as a movie.
And then like
movie.
a 1.5 for sci-fi contributions.
Yeah, for
because-
genre contribution.
Yeah, like it's shit all. I didn't really put a whole lot of effort into thinking about what I would do to recast this movie because I didn't know if you had put any thought into that.
I had shoot from the hip right now.
Yeah, so one of the things I like to do is how can we make this a better movie by recasting somebody, and it's as the person is when it was made. So 2020, pick an actor. How were they in 2020? Who would you replace, and how would it make the movie better?
All right. Elizabeth Moss is like a little wooden in this. I would say like.
It comes down to who you pick.
Yeah. So like, she's just very generic, like plain vanilla, like
I don't
to the max.
I don't find her compelling enough to be the woman he's this obsessed with. Not like in any way. She's not charming. She's not ugly, but she's not like pretty enough. She's not
Some schlubby chick from the suburbs.
She's
which
very
says-
normal. Yeah, she's correct. I'm just a lead girl from the suburb. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Like that's in most cases that's fine, but when you're trying to be the star of this movie that's driving someone mad with your character and physical, appearance, this is not it. So who? Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, she'd be pretty good.
I didn't even try hard. I just picked another Elizabeth.
Yeah, it's not a bad choice. I'm trying to I'm trying to put it in 2020.
I know that's the hard part.
Yeah.
And the hardest part is when it's an even old movie and you're like, no, wait, was Tom Hanks cool then?
I'm like, yeah, Brie Larson, but like, it's still too marvelly.
I don't like that one.
She can also be a little wooden.
Yeah.
Shit, maybe like an Anne Hathaway or like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see Anne Hathaway. Who's the not Anne Hathaway? You know what I'm talking about?
Not
Doesn't
Anne
she have a
Hathaway.
lookalike? Doesn't she have like a doppelganger?
probably. Yeah, I don't know.
Who was that? Brittany Snow.
Brittany Snow. She'd be a good choice too.
Well, Macaulay Culkin as Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe.
Yeah, that would work.
That would work. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go Succession and Kieran Culkin as the brother. Or you know what? Have Kieran and Macaulay just be, you know, one be Adrian, one be Tom.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's perfect.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how would you break this movie by recasting a single character without being lazy? Because obviously, Pauly Shore is Tom or James, you know.
Pauly Shore as James would be amazing.
Yeah, but that's cheating, you know. you got to save those trump cards for when it's just such a good movie.
Okay.
You need that to break it.
Here's how you break it in both the present of 2020 and in the future, again in 2025 and 26, actually. Russell Brand as fucking James. Because fucking, you know, he'd be goofy and wacky as, you know, like at a place in this movie. But then the irony would hit later on when you found out all the things he's been accused of.
Yep. He was half known for that in 2020, but like, yeah. Now it would be like wildly at the top of the list. I mean, who else wasn't arrested yet in 2020? Danny Masterson.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Danny Masterson as Adrian.
Oh, that
or Tom.
Again, you could do brothers casting there too, because you'd have Danny Masterson and who's his brother who was in Malcolm in the Middle? Was it Christopher Masterson?
Oh, really? His brothers?
Yeah. Then his
Which
sister. He was the oldest brother, Francis.
Oh,
yeah. Then his sister on The Walking Dead too.
Okay.
Yeah, and there might even be another brother in there somewhere as well.
You can cast the sister as the Emily in this, who doesn't believe her own sister.
Based on recent events, Paul Giamatti would break it. he fucking destroyed Starfleet Academy.
I haven't watched, so I'm not familiar with what he did.
It's better than people are giving it credit for. It's a really good show, and I'm fucking genuinely sad it's going away.
But at the same time, it opens the door for a new content too, because they're not giving up on Star Trek just because that show's gone.
Yeah. I'm hoping maybe they'll like, all right, we got to push like Strange New Worlds for like another season or two while we think of something else.
Yeah, I haven't checked out any of the new Star Trek. I watched like an episode of Picard.
It's don't judge the rest of Star Trek on
that.
No,
no. But I'm just saying,
yeah.
Like, I love Star Trek. I rewatched the original series 1,000 times. I've rewatched TNG 1,000 times. Voyager's fine. Deep Space Nine, I don't care for.
I really dug Discovery. That was really good. But Strange New Worlds is like, oh god, it's like right fucking up my alley. Okay. Yeah, so perfect. Because it's like the OG show, but like modern, basically.
See, that I would like that. That would be fun. Because to me, I know everybody loves TNG, but original series is my jam. I could watch that anytime, any day, anywhere.
Yeah, and they're leading up to, you know, like the crew taking over the Enterprise. Like you've already got, you've got Spock already. McCoy, I think, is coming this season, and so is Scotty's been there too. Kirk keeps showing up. Like his brother is on the Enterprise right now. Okay. And he's like captain of another ship or like second in charge of another ship. So like, yeah, they're slowly introducing the people.
It's with Spise Hades.
Oh yeah. It packs a punch.
We're drinking mead from Bull and Bee Meadery, which
you can go check out at thebullandbee.com and use code MONSTERMEAD for $5 off your online order.
Well, definitely do
that. Yeah, I like Star Trek.
I actually do like Generations. Fuck you. That was a good movie.
Thor got a code too.
Hey,
nice.
Thor, hit me up later. We're gonna talk about you.
Oh yeah. I let him know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as this movie goes, there's nothing else. I'm still working on other segment ideas. So we're pretty much good on Invisible Man as far as I can cover.
Yeah, I'm good with that. We can just bullshit.
That's what I was going to. Bullshit is the way to go. So Star Trek. We talked about the lives of Star Trek. That's good stuff. I have to check that out. Wheel of Time is getting supposedly animated movies and TV shows.
All right, I saw they were coming back with something. I thought it was a comic for some reason.
Well, they already have a graphic novel.
Okay.
That never stopped, I don't think. It's literally true to the book, but in graphic novel form.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. If you're not big into reading, 1,400 page books, then it's probably the approachable way to handle this kind of content and still get it. And also it's nice to see the visuals for some of those things. But yeah, so some studio picked it up. I can't remember who it is, but the guys who did the show are involved in it still.
All right. I really liked season 1 of that, and then like when season 2 came back, I just like couldn't get back into it.
It didn't do enough to bring in people who haven't read the books.
Yeah.
And it did not do enough to keep people who did read the books. So like it was right in the middle of trying to please both and not
pissing off everybody. Yeah.
I genuinely loved it because much like Star Wars or Star Trek, anything that gets me new content, I will find a way to justify it just because I want to see more of it.
Speaking of segues, thoughts on animated Firefly?
Very excited because of what it is. Because it's going to be season 1.25 to season 2.25.
Yeah.
Is what they're talking about. They're talking about going from what we've already established into Serenity and past.
Okay.
And that leaves them open to doing flashbacks before, seeing more of Mal's history, or where was Wash at the Battle of Serenity?
Yeah.
Where was Jane? Get some backstories for a lot of people. We talked about this, I think, on Big Dumb Monsters. I'd love to see a book, retelling, because his whole story is so good.
Yeah.
Because he's actually an Alliance admiral, but actually a brown coat agent.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe
So
because they never actually showed what happened to him, like with the Reavers. Like that'd be a good story too.
The Reavers don't get him.
I thought they killed him.
Mm-mm. The agent does. The operative.
Oh, I could have sworn it was
because then Mal
Reavers.
calls the operative and he's like, he says something to him and he says, if your quarry seeks safe ground, leave it no ground to run to, or something like that.
Yeah.
He's talking about how, because then they start flipping through all the channels and all of the people they've ever worked with, and like they reference a couple people from the show.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
Huh. All right.
The operative killed everyone that's ever worked with them so that they couldn't go anywhere.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, he says it later, I'm not going, I'm a monster.
It's been so long since I've watched any Firefly or the movie. Like I gotta rewatch all of it.
Like 3 weeks ago, I watched Serenity for the show. So, and of course I've seen it a million times, but yeah, that's one of my favorite lines from that movie is, I'm not going to live there. Me and mine have to lay down our lives so you and yours can have your better worlds. So I'm not going to live there. I'm a monster. There's no place for me there.
Yeah.
He knows once the war is over, he gets put down.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm cautiously hopeful too. That's exactly right. I think that it'll be good. It'll give them an opportunity to cover all that. Maybe, just maybe, if they choose to cover the events of Serenity, they can give us an alternative to Wash dying.
Yeah.
And it's okay. We're so used to retconning in our major franchises
or
nowadays.
Just like figure something out to like, okay, he didn't really die,
kill him,
or
just mortally wound him,
or they switched him out at the last second and nobody knew, with like a lifelike decoy, and fucking somebody kidnapped him.
I'm totally fine with just mortally wound him. Just mortally whatever. But then he survives.
Yeah.
Although,
did you ever read that Patton Oswalt one shot comic? I think it's called Float Out.
No.
It's really fucking good. It's like it's
spicy, by the way.
Yeah, I told you. It's from what's her name? Zoe?
Gina Torres.
Yeah. From her fucking perspective, like after Wash dies, like fucking kind of like her like memorializing him and like eulogizing him.
I've seen like fan comics and stuff where she ends up being pregnant.
Yeah, that's raising. That's where it came from. At the end, like she reveals that she was pregnant. Like,
okay. Yeah. Which would have been a great story too.
Yeah.
That would have been a great continuation, Watt's kid being raised on the ship, I was sad we didn't get more after Serenity, but there's not a lot of story to cover post Serenity. Like the Alliance is going to have an even bigger battle on their hands because more people are going to separate from them now.
Yeah.
But you still have to fight the Reavers.
Yeah.
So you kind of still need the Alliance.
Yeah.
They're the only universal, army
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
take on the Reavers,
Yeah, that's true.
So you kind of have to back them. So it'd be like weird. You probably have to have like a ceasefire with everybody to work together to defeat the Reavers finally, and then start a new separatist war.
Yeah, once we're done with that, then we'll deal with each other.
Yeah. So I guess that's where that would have to go. I don't know.
I just want more good like sci-fi.
Well, so back in like 2016 or so, 2014, somewhere in there, Dark Matter came out.
Okay.
That scratched my Firefly itch from like a dark and gritty perspective. Did you ever watch Dark Matter?
No.
Bunch of people wake up on a ship, can't remember who they are. They just start calling each other by the order in which they woke up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how they start calling each other.
Yeah.
And they have no idea who they are, how they got there. And so over episodes, they start to figure out who they are, and they have opportunities. They're all bad people to not be bad people.
Okay.
Because they woke up not bad.
All right.
So they have all these skills and survival instincts because they're all like world-class, well, not world-class, like universe-class criminals.
Yeah, yeah. Like the worst of the worst.
Yeah. So they have this opportunity with all these skills they've learned, but don't remember how to be better.
I was actually just going to mention Project Hail Mary. I really, really liked it. And then Pete Hegseth blows up the boat. They had it at Regal the other night. They have little like Rocky toys, like probably about that big. I didn't see how much
cute.
they were. Yeah.
That's cute.
Fucking,
I haven't seen the movie yet, but
yeah,
I do want to because that little rock makes me want to see the movie.
Like I said, I was talking about it with Nick. I'm like, it's a cute alien without being cutesy. Yeah. That movie was really good. I really did enjoy that. Let's see what else.
Are we still watching some invisible guy? No, because he's barely ever in the movie.
I mean, other than the fact that he's invisible, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, well, yes. Also that. You're telling me if your sister got this email from you, even if you had a contentious relationship, she'd have no questions?
Yeah, no, there would be questions.
I don't want to see you anymore. I don't want to know you anymore. I wish it was you that died.
Yeah.
What? No question. I don't care how estranged you are. If it's someone who picked you up in the middle of the night, like from an abusive situation, you clearly have some connection.
Yeah.
There, we talked about Invisible Guy some more.
There we go. We touched back. Now we're free to roam again.
Yeah. Every now and then we just have to talk about what's on the screen.
Yeah.
So people know we're still talking about Invisible Man.
Oh shit, I forgot I had this.
Yeah, I've been reading mine. Oh, we gotta hydrate too.
Oh, perfect timing, TJ.
So maybe I'll do Project Hail Mary soon. I gotta go see it to do that, but
it's worth it.
I know. Yeah, definitely worth seeing. I know that next Tuesday, everyone's home, so we're gonna go see the new Super Mario movie with Sam.
Nice.
He's got the week off, so
yeah,
Emily's staying home to take care of him, and I'm working from home. So we're going to go see that movie.
Although I am not hearing great things.
Whatever.
Every review is like...
Oh, you're talking about like reviewers. Okay.
Yeah, every review has been like, it's really pretty, but also pretty much just like a hollow fucking disappointment.
Yeah, I'm taking a 6-year-old to see.
He'll love it. Yeah.
So like, I'm not going into it hoping for... Like the first one wasn't that good. It was fine.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
It was interesting and fun, but like it wasn't like anything that I want to watch again.
Yeah.
Of the movies that I have to watch 100 times in a row, that wasn't my favorite. So I don't expect this one to be either, but I will go see it. There's another movie coming out that my son would probably love to see that we will not take him to see. Backrooms.
Oh yeah.
Because he watches like videos about people playing the Backrooms games all the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No way I could take him to see an A24.
Is that coming out this week?
That's May.
May
26th, I think. But I'm just saying it's coming up,
Ooh, that was a big gulp of a spicy drink.
Does it qualify sci-fi, Backrooms?
I'm sure it does, yeah.
Kind of. hey, we did Xanadu. I think we can justify anything we want at this point. What was the other sci-fi movie I wanted to see? Oh, Disclosure Day.
Yes,
That
which
looks
I'm hearing
fucking
might
good.
actually be like a secret sequel to Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, okay. Well, it's Steven Spielberg. So.
Yeah.
It's so unclear what the actual disclosure is. Like, the alien existence obviously is the overarching thing, but like in what capacity? Because they very much make it look like lizard people.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
trailers, you know, she's speaking all that gibberish and stuff, but he understands it. And then they show a scene where like two children are like, and you stay down,
Yeah.
touching fingers. You
Yeah.
know, very E.T. or Sistine Chapel-y.
Oh, yeah. I
And
wonder
then
if
it's
it is
like-
going to maybe like bridge all the like Spielberg alien stuff.
Right. Well, that's so I'm wondering if like it's secret hybrids, people who don't know they're half gray or half lizard or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
That
that's why
makes sense.
he understands the alien lady.
Yeah, why she starts speaking it like,
She doesn't know she can speak it.
yeah.
And then his wife or girlfriend just hears gibberish, but he says, I can understand what she's saying. Because some people on Earth are aliens
Yeah.
and don't know it.
All right. I kind of dig this.
That's my headcanon for right now,
Yeah.
based off the trailers. But, you know, take your son to see Sophie's Choice. And then tell him about his twin. No.
Probably get some lawn mowing out of him in his later years for sure. Be
Yeah.
grateful. Whatever you guys want, I'll do it, I swear.
Jesus. Yeah. I gotta take a look at my list and see what I'm gonna do for next episode.
Did you do Mars Attacks on the show yet?
No.
I'd like to do that again. We did it early on in our show.
Well, let's see. In 2 weeks, it'll be the Brain Can Do 14th.
Okay.
So that's just before I leave for vacation. Oh,
Okay.
I don't have to miss an episode for my vacation. Holy
Perfect.
shit. Because I leave the 15th and come back the following Tuesday.
Perfect.
I'll be home that night.
All right.
So
We
I'll
can
be
do Mars Attacks.
gonna do Mars Attacks on the 14th.
I'm down for that.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I don't even have to plan for the next episode.
Xanadu is overdue.
We did it. There's no Xana 2, so I don't have to worry about that. Don't get them to make it just to punish me. I'm still suffering insults for somebody else's driving mistakes. I do not have to have another Xanadu.
There was another one last night. It was a good one too.
Oh, he said something. I was like, "Fuck you, TJ."
Yeah.
I was at home. I was like, I just gotten home with my sons. We're doing the things we were doing.
Yeah.
And I look at the comments and I see TJ said some shit. I was like, it's fucking good. It was good. Oh, Art's a father?
Yeah. you just
Hopefully they
drive
don't
him to
carpool.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Uh,
I will not suffer the consequences of somebody else's actions. I have my own mistakes to own up to.
I barely suffer the consequences of my actions.
Yeah. How dare you make me suffer these?
Oh.
What makes her decide to call his cell phone? And why would his cell phone be on and in the attic?
Yeah, that is a bit of a fucking stretch.
Because, like, he's clearly planned all of this, but was it to get her up there? Why does he need to get her up there? Why does he need to prove to her that it's happening?
Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Like, all he's done is given her this opportunity to go up there with her cell phone and take video or pictures.
Yeah, further prove that something is going on.
And if she had just one time had her phone camera out recording, then when she dumped paint on him, she'd had one image.
Yeah.
One fucking image. And it could have been blurry and people could have been like, that's not really show anything. But it would have been something for her to go, James, seriously.
Yeah.
What is it then?
Yeah.
If it's not an invisible man, what
That's
is it?
right.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
that confident. Yeah, that makes sense. It's true. It's a power move, I guess.
Dudes be duding.
He's nuts. Yeah. Just straight up. He's great. He's doing it because I don't know. My plan was make her look crazy.
Yeah.
The level of crazy I'm going to do it,
Yeah.
it's not really relevant to the story.
Why would he smear feces everywhere?
Again, yes,
Yeah.
people do get that obsessed over shittier people.
Yeah.
John Lennon was not John Lennon. That's a different guy.
He was the obsessee in that case, I'm going to say.
No, I was thinking the guy that shot at Reagan and killed the special Secret Service guy to impress Jodie Foster. He was obsessed with Jodie Foster that much.
And now he's like a YouTube musician.
Whatever. Yeah. Good for you, buddy. I was thinking that the guy that killed John Lennon was that guy, but that is not
Hinckley, that's who it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he makes money legitimately like as a musician now, like from YouTube.
I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
He served his time, he got out,
Yeah.
Let him be.
Yes. Anything else?
Jodie Foster, he is No Contact.
Oh.
Contact is on my list. Contact is 100% on my list to do.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's like 17 hours long.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth it. It's much more of a drama, like story-driven sci-fi movie. It's your 2001s or, heady pieces, not
not like
actiony.
Yeah, action fun sci-fi.
Or horror sci-fi or any of that. Still fun though. Yeah, I got nothing else. So we'll do Mars Attacks in 2 weeks. And that'll be fun.
I didn't realize that. Greatest American Hero.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. Fun fact. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's your show.
Friday, you guys got
we're doing No Escape on the Defenestration Hour.
And I'll be there.
Yes, crossover episode.
Because I had put it on a list for sci-fi, but I was like, it's like so tangential. It's less sci-fi than this.
Which
barely. Yeah, this barely touches on sci-fi. So
Tom was all about it. Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that because I do want to do that movie.
It's
Ray Liotta. Fucking Ray Liotta.
Yeah. Yeah.
Name a bad Ray Liotta movie. Or let me rephrase that. Name a movie that's so bad that you didn't enjoy Ray Liotta, even the Wizard
movie, he's great in.
He's fucking good in The Name of the King. Yeah. I don't hate him. That character's fine. I hate pretty much everyone else in that movie. Not Ray Liotta. It's kind of like the first Dungeons and Dragons movie. Jeremy Irons is the evil wizard in that. And it's like, he's okay.
Yeah.
It's Jeremy Irons. It's fine. I'm okay with it.
Defensive Driving Hour.
Fuck you, TJ. Although defensive driving is accurate for the situation. So I'll give him that one.
And then Saturday at Adirondack Community College, we're going to be at Adirondack Retro Nerd Fest.
Yes, we will be there.
Yeah, 11 to 4. Nick is still
Jury's
a
still out.
mark. Yeah.
Jury's still on Nick.
In more ways than one.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so that'll be Saturday 11 to 4. That's a cool little show.
I like that show. It was so much fun last year.
It was super fun last year.
The music was too loud, but other than that,
they have a bunch of old like pinball games and arcade games set up to play.
Real good people. I loved all the vendors there.
Yeah. And then fucking it's coming up fast. I found out like Sunday they accepted my panel for Indiana.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I gotta fucking plan a panel.
Fair though, you don't want to put a lot of effort into planning it unless they accept it. Yeah.
It's pretty easy. Like I just like threw out an idea, like just to throw something out there. I didn't think they're actually gonna fucking pick it.
Oh yeah.
It's just like it's called The Rise of the Monsters. I don't know what day it'll be yet. But it's just I put out like a description of like, we've had a lot of good remakes of monster movies in the past couple of years, and some not so great ones. What are we looking forward to? What could they remake that would be really good?
Oh, that's a good panel idea.
Yeah.
That's a good panel idea.
Yeah. So I'm hoping it'll be a good turnout for that. And then I'm sure I'll be interviewing some folks. I'm just waiting to get my assignments. More info as we get closer.
Nice. That's June, right?
That's June, and then September. Oh, wait. Before that, we have Dark Forest Oddities Expo.
Yeah.
It's June 27th.
Yeah.
That is in Newburyport, Massachusetts, a little bit north of Boston. And then in September, Tampa Bay Comic-Con.
Yeah. Good times.
Oh yeah.
Next month I'll be in it's barely next month, it's 31st today. But in April I'll be at Jordan Con, which is not, well, I'm not representing us there. I'll work on that though.
Yeah, like you just bring some stickers and hand them out.
Like it literally, I'm on staff. I could probably make this happen. I
Throw
work
a
this.
plug out every now and again
Yeah,
when you can.
I work this con.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be hard to just drop our name while I'm doing. I introduce all of the new members to the con. Why can't I introduce them to my shows?
TJ had another good one.
Buckle off. TJ, you old hag.
All right.
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure. We will see you folks in 2 weeks.
Ooh, I forgot you were there, Bubba. I'm sorry.
Bum, bum, bum.
Now we're leaving.
No.
For real. Seriously. We're getting out of here.
Yeah.
Bye.
Now.